Assign numbers, target 2. So you are going to evaluate absolute values and represent them on a horizontal or a vertical number line. So here we go. So the first thing we need to look at is opposite numbers. Those are two numbers are opposite if they are the same distance away from 0. Not same, sorry. So two numbers are opposite if they are the same distance away from 0. So if I look here at number 1, it says the opposite of -8 is what? So let's look. Here's 0 right here. 0 is right here. And -8 is right, 6, 7, 8 is right here. So here's -8. The opposite of -8 is a number that's the same distance away from 0. So we're going to go to the other side and look. How many spaces is 8 away from 0? -8 away from 0? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 spaces. So let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So the opposite of -8 is +8. Now you don't need a number line to know this. The opposite of 10 is -10. The opposite of -5 is what? The opposite of -9 is what? See if you guys can do number 3 and 4. So absolute value is the distance a number is from 0 on the number line. So if you see these two lines right here, that means absolute value. Okay? We want to know the absolute value of -7. In other words, how far is -7 away from 0? So find -7. Wow, this number line is upside down, so sorry about that. So here's -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. So here's -7 right here. What other number is the same distance away from -7? It's +7 right here. You could let me do what I want to do, computer. That'd be great. So +7 is the same distance. So the absolute value of -7, oh my gosh, is, okay, hold on, y'all. Let's get in here. So the absolute value of -7 is +7. Because distance, we're talking about the distance from 0. So how far away is -7 from 0? It's 7 spaces away. So absolute value is always going to be positive because distance can't be negative. Always, always positive. You're never going to have a negative value as your absolute value. So here we go. Evaluate the absolute value of 3. How far is 3 away from 0? It's 3 away from 0. So let's graph it. It's right here. I know that number line is also upside down. All right, number 7. How far away is -5 from 0? Or in other words, what's the absolute value of -5? It's 5. So we're going to graph 5 on here. So that's what this target is what's the absolute value, and then graph it on the number line. And then looking at the vertical number lines, it's the same thing. So what's the absolute value? We're going to plot the absolute value of 3 on the number line. So that's right here. If we plot the absolute value, we're on number 15, of -5, remember the absolute value is the distance from 0. How far away is -5 from 0? It's 5 away. So we graph it at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So you're not going to have any negative values on any of these graphs because we're dealing with absolute value. All right. So try and get the rest of these done. And on number 8, we have a decimal. remember that a decimal means, so a 0.5, that means halfway. So if we go to -2 and then we go halfway to 3, but except for this is the absolute value, so we're going +2, almost to -3. Ugh. Let me just do this one for you. So the absolute value of -2.5 is +2.5. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, here's 3. Halfway between is right there, so that's 2.5. Right there. All right, but you guys can do the rest of these on your own. Good luck.